I have been absolutely buzzing to make this video for you guys. This video on how to make $10,000 in your first year on Etsy is something that I've had planned for ages. You know, if you look on YouTube, you'll see I made $50,000 in my first month. I made $900,000 in my first year. Make $30,000 a month. You know, these astronomically high figure-led videos that are basically clickbait to get you to watch and get more views for the producer they're just not reality. They're not based in reality at all. I'm not saying or disparaging the people that made the videos and saying that they didn't do those figures or anything like that, although some of them I would say are lofty in terms of the figures that they say that you can achieve. I'm not saying that they didn't do it. And the guides where they say you can do it, yes, it's technically possible to do $30,000 in a month. Yes, I work with clients that do it. But in all reality, these aren't the figures that you need to be thinking about when you're opening an Etsy store. So I'm doing something realistic. And in this video, I'm giving you everything. So unlike other people who don't, they don't give you all the details, or if they're talking about their store, they don't show you their store name. I'm going to tell you exactly how to earn $10,000 in your first year on Etsy. I think this is achievable. It's a target that people can relate to, no matter what niche you choose. And guess what? I'm going to give you 3 exact niches to work in. I'm going to give you everything. In fact, I'm so confident that you will make $10,000 in your first year on Etsy if you follow everything in this video. I want you to commit to it. Say in the comments, yes, I'm going to do this. And then you can come back to me and I will give you an overview and a review of your store if you haven't made $10,000 in your first year on Etsy. I'm so sure that this will work. Well, I know it works because I've been teaching my clients for the last 8 years to do this. And I'm certainly wanting them to do more than $10,000 in their first year. So this should be really exciting for you. There's loads of stuff in here that nobody else talks about. In fact, nobody's ever done one of these videos taking you through step by step how to do it. So let's get into it. $10,000 in your first year on Etsy. Let's go. So the first thing that I want you to know is you're going to start this in January. So if you want to actually do what I'm teaching you today, you start in January. That means you've got the whole year to prepare and build and grow your store, as I'm going to teach you today in this video, and get you ready for Q3 and Q4 sales. That's the best way to do this. Start growing through the year, start picking up traffic, and then when the big traffic comes, you will be more than ready to make lots of sales at Christmas. So I've got a bit of paper here, which I'm going to put here to help me because there's a lot of detail I need to go through with you. Now, the first thing I said to you, I'm going to give you 3 niches. 3 niches, pick one. Pick one that works for you and go for it if you want to do this. So niche 1, no surprise, is jewelry. Jewelry is a solid evergreen niche. Yes, there's lots of people doing it, but so many people don't know how to do jewelry right, and they make substandard jewelry that nobody wants to buy. People, you've got to get certain basic things right with jewelry. So let me just go through these components for you, and then you'll know what to do with the jewelry niche, and then we're going to do the other 2 niches. So the first thing you need to know with jewelry, and I'm going to do all of these 3 niches the same way, is the amount of items you're going to put into your store. So for the jewelry store, you're going to do 100 items. You're going to do 100 items, and you're going to list these items at approximately 1 item per day. Okay, so it's going to take you around 3 to 4 months to actually get to the 100 items in your store, but that's good because that is slow, steady growth, and Etsy absolutely loves slow, steady growth. It's the best way to grow an Etsy store. So around 100 items is what you're going to head towards, and you're going to build over 3 to 4 months. Next thing with jewelry is you're going to price. So your price range is 20 to 40 US dollars. 20 to 48 US dollars is the target that you're going to be looking at. Now, materials. So I'm literally giving you the blueprint on how to make money here on Etsy. The materials you're going to use is silver, gold, and rose gold. Really simple. Silver, gold, rose gold. That at those price ranges, it will probably mostly be plated. It'll be plated, but that's fine. That's the price ranges you're going to be looking at. Okay, things like earrings and so on, small, you could probably get away with actually doing the full material or a fill. But basically $20 to $40 is the price range that you're going to look at. And the idea here is to appeal to loads of buyers of jewellery that shop at $20, $30 and $40. So really straightforward. And I want you to do two things. This is going to kickstart your store and make you lots more sales if you can do this. Personalization options and giftability. So offer a personalization option where, you can charge more for it. You're not giving it away. You can charge more for personalization. And then if you make your products giftable, you are then giving Etsy the holy grail of jewelry products, which is good quality. You can make it personalized. You can gift it. That means you can send the buyer can send the jewellery to anyone they want in the world, any day of the year as a gift. That is absolutely deadly. Doesn't sound massively complicated, but so many people don't do it. Niche number one, jewellery. Now, niche number two, a lot of people are going to like this. And again, this is massive value. You can take action directly on what I'm telling you. I guarantee you, if you follow everything, you'll get to $10,000 in your first year on Etsy. Niche number two, digital downloads. Hurrah! I hear lots of people say digital downloads, and I'm going to give you the niche. The niche you're going to do is astrology. Astrology is the niche that I'm giving you to use. So in the digital download store, you're going to go for more items. So rather than 100, which was the jewellery store, in the digital download store, you're going to go to 200 items. So if you start in January, you've got well over a month to start getting things ready. You're going to go to 200 items, and you can do this at 1 to 2 items a day, no more. And I prefer you to do 1 a day. That gets you nicely into the year, every day, listing new items, listing new items. 1 to 2 items a day is okay. Now, price-wise, $2 to $40. So 2 is your bottom end. So things like SVG files, things that are easy and quick to make and easy for people to download at a lower price point. And then I want you to move through all the price bands, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, up to about $40. And in the digital store, I also want to give you the option of print on demand. Print on demand works well with astrology. So I would be happy for you to incorporate that as well. That takes care of the $20, $25, $30, $35, $40 price points. So it's a digital store, but if you want to bring in POD with astrology as well, you can also do that. But this can be a pure digital store. You don't have to do POD. You can do bundles, sets of downloads. There's all sorts of ways to get your prices at $5, $10, $15, $20, $25. No problem at all. So that is niche number 2. List at 1 to 2 items per day. And then that means you'll be nicely set up for Q4. Brilliant niche to get into. Let me know if you're interested in that one. So niche number 3 is supplies. Supplies is where you source raw products to then sell to other people for them to make their finished products. So think jewellery findings, beads, minerals, stones, cord, material, all that good stuff. Supplies is amazing to get into because everyone needs supplies, and as long as you understand the concept of building a bigger store, which is what you're going to do with supplies, I'll give you the figures in a minute, it's an amazing niche to get into. And of course with supplies, you buy the supplies from other people, put your profit on and sell them on to the customer. So it's fairly low cost wise to get going compared to other stores like other niches like jewellery. So with supplies, you're going to be looking at a store of 200 items in size, and I want you to build that at 1 item per day. 200 items, so that's around 200 days, gets you deep into the year next year. Really, really good. And I want you to do it at a price point of $10 to $40. So $10 to $40. You don't really want to be selling really cheap supplies, because when you get busy and you get selling, these low value AOV, low average order value sales are going to be coming in all the time, and you're making $1 here, $2 there. it will become a pain. $10 to $40 is a nice price range for supplies, whatever it is that you're doing, and gives you more average order value. Your profit margin will be higher. So I strongly urge you to go into that price range. Don't be tempted by super cheap, low prices, because I run a supply store and I can tell you, when you get busy and you're doing 10, 15, 20 orders a day, you don't want to be messing around with $5 orders. You really don't. You want to be hitting 10, 15, 20, 25, up to $40. So you're bringing in that profit margin. That average order value is up. So let me know in the comments which of these 3 niches appeals to you most. I'm giving you everything today. Nobody else does this. I'm doing it all for you. Pick one. Let me know which one you like best in the comments. Now we're going to move on to general guidelines for all 3 stores that you need to guarantee you to get to this $10,000 in 12 months. Let's get into this. This is really good information. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about with your store now that you've chosen your niche is photography. So in photography, I want you to choose or pick 5 photos and 1 video per product. This is for all niches. So the information I'm giving you now, no matter which niche you've chosen, it applies to it. Okay, so 5 photos and 1 product video. Okay, so if it's jewelry, if it's supplies, you have the physical products with you, you do the photography and do the video yourself. And all you do for video, and I've taught you guys this before, I'll tell you again, show the product in use. So if it's a bracelet, you've made a bracelet or a necklace, pan the camera in, show someone putting the necklace on, pan back out to show how the necklace sits on the person's neckline. If it's supplies, if you're doing cord, pull the cord off of the roll, show the cord dimension, look at it with the camera, pan back to show the cord in its entirety. If it's a digital download, show the example, show the digital download on an item that someone would use it for. So always show the product in use, no matter what it is. It's so basic. So many people get this wrong. People put jewelry on teacups, going around in light boxes and on wooden tables and stuff. That doesn't help the buyer purchase. You need to see the item in use, and then that helps the buyer decide that they want to buy that item. So yeah, 5 photos and 1 video as a minimum. So photos, the more the better, but I'm just giving you an attainable, reachable photo number for all the niches, because I want this bit now to apply to everything for you. So it's a bit more straightforward. All right, next thing, and this is something that if you're going to start this in January, you'll probably some people might be a bit scared by it, but ship globally. So work out your prices, work out how this works with the prices of your products and the cost of shipping. I want you to do item price plus shipping. Now, of course, a digital download store, you don't have that problem. I get it. If you have print on demand, well, then they give you the shipping prices, so you don't need to worry about that either. But the other 2 niches, supplies and jewelry, ship globally, and I want you to do item price plus shipping, not free shipping with it all rolled into one. That can come later. You can test that later. I want you to test it, but to start with, I want you to feel comfortable that you're earning the right profit for your item, you're charging the fair price for shipping, and that will help you feel more comfortable about the early stages of your business. You know exactly what's going on. So ship globally, item price plus shipping. Okay. Now, really, really important, guys, and I know I've taught you this so many times already, but I'm going to mention it here right now again. Do not waste time with social media on this Etsy store. Don't sit there every week trying to send social media traffic into your Etsy store. It's a waste of time. Concentrate on all the work I'm giving you today on building and growing the store internally, organically, inside Etsy. So no social media. Don't waste your time. Send all your social media traffic to your website, okay? Not to Etsy. All right, next one. Etsy ads. So Etsy ads, don't start with Etsy ads. In fact, don't even bother. Doesn't matter which niche you pick in what I've given you. The 100 items, the 200 items, the 200 items, that's enough work. We want to see how well the store performs, how many sales you make organically off those 100, 200 items. Later in the year, then you can bring in Etsy ads once you've seen the progress you've made, once you've seen the sales come in organically, once you've proven that the business is viable organically with the customers on Etsy, then of course, if you want to try Etsy ads, you can do that. So no Etsy ads until you've reached your target number of inventory, the 100, 200, 200. So those are the broad points that I want you to take into consideration for your Etsy store. Now, I'm sure there are things that I've missed here. I've tried to cover the main points. If there's something that you want to know about the niche that you're going to choose, if you're going to go for this, ask me the question in the comments. Of course, I answer everyone. You can see I do that. Let me know what you thought of this video. I know nobody else has done this. I know nobody else has given away this kind of information before. I'm happy to do it. I want to hear what you think about this video. I can do more of these videos soon. Very, very soon, I'm going to be doing a how to really list an item on Etsy. That one's going to be huge because there's so much detail I'm going to give you that nobody else is actually talking about. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comment. Let me know if you're actually going to take this on and start in January. I know it's not that far away, but it's definitely possible to get ready on one of these three niches, any of those three niches. Speak to you soon in the next video. Get into my comments with your thoughts. Thank you.